What up, y'all? It's just your boy Sir Grove here. I figured today on a cold, breezy day like such, I'll just be chilling here at this little cafe. Got my little hot cocoa and whatnot. I figured I'd just give one of my favorite musical legends a little ode. Just pay a little homage to one of my favorite musical composers, Mr. Bob Dylan. So here it go. Go a little something like this. I'm just gonna do a little country singing. I hope y'all don't mind though. It's gonna be kind of unstructured too, in the freestyle sense of it all, 'cause I'm just up here in New York, country slicking, as they say. So, Mr. Bob Dylan, I just want to let you know, sir, that you've inspired Mr. Sir Grover here, and I really like your talented musics that you put out and your presentations and what have you, and it's just inspiring. As inspirational as it is, I just figured I'd give back by giving you props in this little ode to Mr. Bob. You, sir, are a winner, and I mean that wholeheartedly, in no way to berate you. Mr. Bob Dylan is one of my favorite musical artists. Mr. Bob Dylan, he's got a lot of energy and shit. Yeah, Mr. Bob Dylan, Bob Dylan. Mr. Bob Dylan, he's got so much energy, get you feeling, get you up in your mood. And 'cause he moves around, he's get you in the mood. It's Mr. Bob Dylan. You see him just moving around with his lyrics and skilling. 'Cause he be skilling on the mic with his skilled rhymes that he writes, musical compositions. Mr. Bob Dylan's. Mr. Bob Dylan, I put an S at the end for emphasis. Mr. Bob Dylan, he's one of the best in the business. Yeah, and that's for you, Mr. Bob Dylan, 'cause you just got so much energy. And, when I started to see your documentaries and how talented and multi-talented you are, I was just blown away by that, sir. Just mind blown. You got so much energy, like the Duracell bunny, or is it Energizer? I don't know, one of the two. However it go, Mandela effect. But yeah. In fact, there's a rap artist named Tech Nine, and man, he be going too. And it's like when I see Tech Nine, the rapper, and I see you on stage, I'm just like, man, this modern day Bob Dylan energy in this rapper Tech Nine, and you, sir, with your energy, and you just keep going like that bunny. It's just like, and Tech Nine, he just be bringing that same level of Bob Dylan energy, and I'm just like, man, that's the level, If there's an artist who, purports to be a rapper, a rocker, rock star, musical entertainer, and just ain't coming with your Bob Dylan level of energy, then I just really ain't about it, because it's gotta be Bob Dylan level energy. Bob Dylan gets the feeling, Bob Dylan, it's like, Mr. Bob just get up there and just be jamming, Bob Dylan's on the microphone, he's got something happy to say all the time, it seems in his rhymes, he just be rhyming and going, just be going and going, he just be rhyming and going and lyrically flowing, Mr. Bob Dylan, Mr. Bob Dylan, and he ain't even a villain, nah, on the microphone, he be spitting, and sometimes he be doing this so cold, it's like he's illin', buddy. You know what I'm saying? It's healthy, he ain't really illin'. But in the microphone sense of it all, it's Bob Dylan illin' on the mic. Yeah! You see that energy, man? It just gets you up there, though. For real. Get you a little Bob Dylan energy. Yeah! That's what I like about Bob Dylan, dog. I know I've said his name so many times, but when you see Bob Dylan, man, and you compare and contrast Mr. Bob Dylan to these modern day sucker MCs and whack lame, watered down, bubblegum, sappy, superficial, just dim-witted, numbskull, rejected idiot, moronic, so-called musical entertainers with their banal, cacophonous, auto-tune bull crap that they have in terms of what they say is music. Look, dude, if you're some tard, if you're a renard, and you're like, yeah, I'm a rapper, dog, I'm a gangsta, and you got your boy or yourself, and you got some Casio keyboard, and you're like, ding, 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 ding. You know, dude, you know what it reminds me of with your auto-tune? In juxtaposition to a legend such as Mr. Bob Dylan, y'all sucker MCs, y'all, it's like when I hear your music, okay, so you remember the South Park episode with the tween wave where the parents, anytime they listened to the music that the children were listening to, that the kids were listening to, it would sound like shit sounds. It's like, okay? Sounds like shit when the parents hear it. But when the kids hear it, they think it's cool. It's some like, you know, boom, 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 you know, some beat or some shit. So parents are hearing shit sounds. The kids are hearing some like new wave, tween wave shit that they think is fucking slick. When I listen to y'all sucker MCs nowadays with your skinny jeans and your wannabe retro shit with your Jordan jump ups and you got your auto-tune going on the microphone and you're on your lean and you're talking all this drugged out shit that makes no sense. It's just fucking nonsense. You know what it sounds like to me? It's the carousel at the fucking carnival where the monkey, little chimp, he's turning the carousel. That's all it is, just some fucking carousel shit, dude. Malcolm X actually talked about it in his book. He talked about clowns and how niggas will get themselves some colorful fucking jump up basketball shoes and wear some zoot suit shit, and y'all be having all these colorful colored fucking schemes going on and all this stuff, man. Look, it's one thing to have pride in your neighborhood, man, and to fly a certain color and rep it. You know what I'm saying? On a diplomatic level. You know what I'm talking about? Being regal and shit, and having some dignity and being an upstanding, you know, member of society. It's another thing to be some fucking colorful clown with an auto-tune voice. Because, dog, I challenge you, man, to never use auto-tune for an entire album. I challenge you to have an entire album, to put out an entire album where you don't use fucking auto-tune. And to exude and exemplify great, masterful, legendary talent such as Mr. Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan's energy on this left. Come on, dog. Bust a beatbox with me. Boom, 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 boom. But Bob Dylan, boom, 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 boom. To Bob Dylan, boom, 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 boom. To Bob Dylan, nigga. Now check this out. I'm not even high, dog, and I'm not even drunk. I'm just coming sober on the microphone, you know, because I was thinking, man, I'm a musical artist / scientist myself, Oncer Grove of EVT. You know, I'm just a country boy and shit from a little small country town, dog, and I'm in New York, you feel me, dog? And there's a little breezy, a little windy, a little chilly and shit, a little snow in the air, dog. So I just figured that I put together a little unstructured, little fucking freestyle rhyme and shit. I ain't even drinking, dog. I'm 100% sober, dude. You know, I ain't got no lean, and I ain't got no motherfucking dank, and I ain't smoking no fucking rocks or coke or fucking meth or none of that shit, dog. You know, for real, dude, you don't need that garbage, homie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you sip every once in a while, hit a fucking bleezy, you know, puff on a little blunt or some, you know, some kind buds or whatever, that's one thing, dog. But when you all leaned up all the time, dude, with the little dirty Sprite, you just be all fucking, you know, garbaged out, polluted body and shit, dog. You just polluting yourself. Nigga, look at your fingernails, man. Are they clean? You know what I'm saying? You got dirt under your fucking fingernails, dog? You know? Cause you ain't bathing right and shit? You ain't taking care of yourself, dog? You smoking too much? You know, and you got crud under your fingernails and you sitting at the lounge and you trying to rap with some females and your fingernails ain't even trimmed up, dog? They ain't even properly manicured, dog? I mean, come on, dude. You got lean all over your fingers and shit. Chain smoking. Dude, you ain't washing your hands after you go to the fucking men's room and you touch shit in the men's room like the faucet and the fucking little latch and shit on the door, dog? You need to use some paper, dude. Don't touch anything in the men's room ever in fucking public spaces, man. You need to carry some tissue with you and just touch the shit with the tissue and then throw that shit on the ground, dog. You know? Wash your motherfucking hands, homie. For real. And get you some professional attire, dawg. Get you some professional clothes instead of your little junky, disheveled looking shit.